Here we're asked to solve each of the following equations. So this first one here, I think something to be aware of is that we've talked about u substitution and when we have like a bunch of parentheses with x's, and some might think like, oh, maybe this is u substitution. These things are different. And there's no x squared here, so there's not really going to be anything that we can get like a quadratic from. So in my mind, I'm actually going to be distributing these numbers into the parentheses to get rid of them, because then I'll just have a bunch of like x terms that I can combine and solve. So 3x minus 6, and then I'm distributing -2, so these should both become negative equals 2x plus 17. Now I'm going to get all my x's on the left and constants on the right. So I'm going to add 14 and 6, which is really just adding 20 to this side. And I'm subtracting 2x from both sides. So I get 3x minus 4x equals, what is this? 37. Negative x equals 37. So x is equal to negative 37. That's an ugly number, but I think I did my math right. I'll double check that and edit it if I need to. But second one here, it looks like I can just maybe try factoring to start. So negative 10x squared and 3x, 5x and negative 2x. Looks good. So throw it into the box, x squared, negative 10, 5x, negative 2x, xx, negative 2, and 5. Maybe I'm going too fast for you, but I'm hoping you know how to factor by this point. Maybe not. So this one here, my two solutions, because I have a quadratic, are 2 and negative 5. So next up on C here, I'm going to set it equal to 0 first. So I'm going to add 12 to both sides, and then I'm going to probably try factoring again, see if that works. So x squared minus 7x plus 12 equals 0. I'm going to factor and looks like I'm going to get a nice pretty factor on this one too of x minus 4 and x minus 3. So my two solutions are going to be x equals 4 and x equals 3. And again, remember, I got one solution for this one and two solutions for B and C because I was dealing with the x squareds. Now, for my last one, I have x cubed. So I'm first going to set it all equal to 0 by subtracting 6x from both sides. Now I'm going to factor out the greatest common factor. And now I'm going to solve each of these pieces for 0, right? So I'm setting this one equal to 0. So there's my first solution. Then I'm setting this equal to 0, and I'm going to, again, try to factor this here. So negative 6x squared x, 3x, and negative 2x. Throw it in the box, x squared, negative 6, negative 2x. I get x plus 3 and x minus 2. So really quickly, I'm just going to rewrite this again after I've factored it. So I have x plus 3 and x minus 2. So I'm solving all three of these pieces, setting them all equal to 0, and finding my three solutions because I originally started with x cubed. So my final answer for this one will be x equals 0, x equals negative 3, and x equals 2.